I, for the longest time, used to think that healthy equaled extreme and that you couldn't live healthy on the outside without just silently dying on the inside. Well, if you still think this, let me tell you that you are not alone. But let me also tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. For the past months, I have been posting a series about my experience competing in fitness for the first time and what it did to my body and mind. And I get pretty personal throughout these videos, but the truth is that it changed my whole entire life. I am in my 30s and I'll just admit it, I want to feel as young as possible for as long as possible. And it all boils down to my lifestyle. So on this channel, I want to help you do the same thing. I want to take the positive lessons that I learned from living on the extreme side to show you that living a healthy lifestyle can be easier than you might think. In this video, I'll take you through a realistic week with the adjustments that I apply for a healthy lifestyle. If there are any parts that you'd like explained in more detail, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So a realistic week for me starts on Sunday when I meal prep for the week. I generally don't like cooking, but I find that if I do it this way, it is more manageable and it's easier to stay consistent throughout the week because you take away the decision fatigue that you get every time you have to think about what you're going to eat for lunch, snacks, and dinner. Both my fiance and I aren't big foodies, so this is a great way for us to just not be hungry and have energy that stays consistent throughout the day. So for this week, I am making chicken skewers with carrots and rice. I am making salmon with mashed potatoes and carrots, chicken stew with vegetables and egg noodles. And I also prepared minced meat that we pair with tortillas and a salad. And this takes us over into Monday. And while watching my channel, you'll eventually come to realize that structure is something that I love, love, love. I think that structure and discipline goes hand in hand. And I also believe that if you know what to expect from yourself, you will perform so much better. So I have a structure for my week that I follow more often than not, and Mondays are my cardio days. I usually run, but because of my cycle and the chest area, I couldn't be in too much like vigorous movement this day, so I had to opt for the spinning cycle. If you know, you know, and if you don't, just live in blissful ignorance, my friend. Anyways, Mondays are cardio days, opted for the spinning cycle. It was great. I got my heart rate up, I got my sweat on, everyone was happy. Moving on with structure, Tuesdays after work, I usually go to the gym and do a strength session, and I often meet up with my parents on these days, which is just a great way to spend time together while simultaneously doing something that is good for us. And I could go on about having a gym partner and how it benefits you in showing up, not only for yourself, but because you have an appointment, you have an obligation to do it. So if you're struggling with just getting to the gym, having a gym partner, someone that you kind of have like a date with, is something that might benefit you tremendously. Which takes me to Wednesdays. And Wednesdays are usually like my day off. So this is the day where I edit my videos, I do grocery shopping, I meet up with friends, and I do things that I might generally not be able to do throughout the week otherwise.
So yeah, it's Wednesday, and I feel like this is like a videoception because here I am editing the video you're watching right now, or the clips that I have from it at least. And yeah, catching up on that, doing what needs to be done. Dinner is eaten. Dog is enjoying his toy in the background, and Wednesdays are, like I said, a day where I try to just do whatever needs to be done, either if it is going shopping for something specific, meeting up with friends, being social. If there's any extra stuff that needs to be done at work, I will probably do it on Wednesdays. Or if it is editing or tidying around the house, doing laundry, cleaning up, you name it, Wednesdays are the days, because those are the days that I usually don't go to the gym. I don't have any other like obligations and stuff on Wednesdays. And yeah, Wednesdays are also usually the days where we make a home cooked meal. We spend a little extra time in the kitchen. We do these things that are also more like slow, easy, relaxed days where we can unwind and chill out a little bit.
And this week is just like going on at its own speed. On Thursday, I was doing my other strength workout, which was great. I did legs this day. Well, that was a good workout, I would say. And it's also the first time that I have filmed the entire workout, which means every single exercise, which is why we also decided to go to a center that we usually don't go to, because nobody knows us here. So I can be that weirdo that films herself while working out. I took some lower body exercises today. I did my Romanian deadlifts, hip thrusts, laying leg curl, and then leg extension. What is it called? Hip abduction? I call it a yes-no machine. And then I also did Bulgarian split squats, also known as the devil's split squats. And then I did my plank and my back exercises, because I do have a herniated disc and I need to do some exercises to kind of combat all of the pain that goes with that. So today's exercises focused a major part on my hamstrings and my glutes, because I have this theory that I am quad dominant, which means that I primarily use and assist all of the leg exercises with the front of my legs, meaning that I'm not able to target my glutes as well. So my hypothesis is that if I do a lot of hamstring exercises and a lot of glute exercises, I will be able to target my glutes better and thereby also build bigger glutes, which is what every girl wants, right? So yeah, great exercises, great workout. I think my favorite was like being able to hit my glutes with the hip thrust. That hurt today, which means that it worked. And I also had my fearless companion with me. What was your favorite exercises today?
Going home.
Going home, which is what we're gonna do now. So we'll see you later. Good morning from my morning walk. The dog is here. And it is -13 today. So it's a fresh start to the morning. It's a lot more cars today also than it usually is. So I'm thinking that maybe people don't want to take the bus when it's so cold and they're choosing to do the car instead. But anyways, morning walks. I try to do this as often as I can. And I can really feel the impact the days I don't, which is why this is a great start to the day.
And I really do enjoy it. And it's a great way to get my steps in because I also need to do that. And the dog gets his daily activity, which is great for both human and dog. So now I'm just waiting actually to get home because I am starving. So I need to get my breakfast and get the day going. Oh, someone saw a stick. What is it? Is it a stick? Apparently it wasn't that interesting. Now he is on his own little walk and I'm just following. We're all living in his world, really. Oh, such a beautiful morning. It's too bad that it's so cold though. My fingers are also freezing, so I need to put down the camera. But it's going to be a great day.
And Fridays are usually the day that I work from home. And I want to highlight this because I think a lot of people don't think about this when it comes to just like daily activity and such. I have a walking pad. I've had it for 4 years or something. And I have said it time and time again. The day that my walking pad decides to just, I will buy a new one the same day. I have used it so much. It has been a lifesaver for getting my activity in, and it's incredible. I can't stress this enough. I love this walking pad. But in addition to that, I know a lot of people don't have these things, and you should just like make do of what you have. But please remember that even though you're working from home, you're allowed to go to the bathroom. You're allowed to go fill your water bottle. You're allowed to stand up every now and then and stretch your body. Go outside and get some fresh air for 5 minutes. And if you do have a lot of meetings, see if you're able to just like take one on the go. Have it hands-free while you're taking a walk. I have a friend who does this. She says it gives her so much mental clarity to be able to solve hard tasks while being in motion. And she says that it really has improved her work style. I can really attest to this myself with my walking pad. And yeah, if you're able to, and you're considering getting a walking pad or some sort of like movement device to use at your work from home office, do it. Take this as your sign. Just do it. It has completely changed my life and the way I work. And then comes Saturdays. Saturdays is usually also like my little day off. It's of course not a work day. I sometimes take a workout on this day, sometimes I don't. Edit my videos and try to catch up a little bit on just relaxing mentally as well, because doing a lot of these things that you do, even though I love structure and I perform so much better with it, getting the time to just relax is also incredibly important for your mind and your body. And throughout this week, yes, I do live a healthy lifestyle, but I do also enjoy myself. I make sure to do things that are good for my body, but also for my mind. I am a huge fan of the 80-20 rule, and you can apply this to so many different things. Like 80% of the stuff I do is good for my body and my lifestyle and my longevity. And then 20% of what I do is good for my mind, my soul, and just generally being happy. And it doesn't mean that it's unhealthy. Just let me preface that. I do it because it's just good for my brain. Yeah. I think like that's the best way to say it. The essence of it all is that everything is good in moderation. Healthy lifestyle, exercise, eating healthy food, blah, blah, blah. It's good in moderation. Enjoying yourself, having a cinnamon bun or some candy, good in moderation. And then the combination of all of this is, in my opinion, a healthy lifestyle. I told you it was simple. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It can actually be quite easy. And I really do hope that you want to share this journey with me. I want to show you how this can be super easy and that you don't have to sacrifice as much as you might think that you have to. So please follow along on the journey. Subscribe to my channel if you do enjoy this type of content. Tell me what you want to improve in your life. If it is just to be a little bit more active, eat a little bit more healthy, drink a little bit more water, walk a little bit more. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And I would love to cheer you on from this side of the screen. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope I see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, take care of the ones you love, and I'll see you around. Bye!